Betty. Let me apologize for looking like a ragamuffin. I was outside moving my sprinkler and hit me in the face. And plus, I just thought of this at the spur of the moment, and I do that so often. And I think I want to make a video about that, but I look like a wreck, and so I don't. And then time goes by, and I don't do it. So I have decided, regardless of this, when I have those thoughts, I'm going to do a video. Not that they're profound or anything, but I think if I'm thinking about them, maybe someone else is also. And I was thinking of all the shortages we are hearing about, the bare shelves, things like that, and how the temptation is to worry. And while I was outside there, I was looking at my big pecan tree. Last fall, northern Texas here, we had an ice storm that was terrible. I mean, it was before winter, was when the leaves were still on the trees, which of course put ice on top of those leaves. It broke down so many trees and killed so many trees. Half of my pecan tree, the limbs, big old limbs, the huge limbs, off one whole half of the tree were completely broke off and on the ground. I thought sure it would kill it. Well, this spring, there were so many tassels on that tree. And if there's somebody out there that knows more about pecan trees than me, which I've only lived here for about 5 years, so that's my only experience with pecan trees, but I've never seen so many tassels on a tree, and they are what determine, just like blooms on a plant, what brings the new fruit, the new pecan on the tree. Well, I had to rake those up. Well, now that tree is so full of pecans. The branches, like the branches say that were over my head, the low, on the lower parts of the tree, are so heavy they are on the ground. I mean, not just barely touch, they're laying on the ground. They're so full of pecans. I'm going to try to post a few pictures. It's just amazing. I go out there and I just thank the Lord for those pecans. I love pecans. I use them for a lot. I make gifts with them. And I bet from my one tree, which is the only tree I have, but I bet I get 100 pounds of pecans. Pecans are like, what, $12, $15 a pound now? They're very expensive. So I'm so thankful. So, it just reminds me, Scripture says that the birds of the air, they don't worry. They don't toil, but God takes care of them. The grasses are clothed more beautifully than Solomon, yet they don't worry. So we have little faith. We shouldn't worry. But Jesus knew we would, or he wouldn't have spoken to that issue. But I just want to try to encourage you not to worry. Also another worry that I hear from many friends is, especially with this going on over in the country that starts with an A right now, all the terrible things and Christians over there that are stuck over there, what's happening. And I just think, I've had thoughts, I'm sure you've had thoughts, will we be strong enough? Can we endure what's to come? I think of Peter, who was just full of himself and thought, Lord, I'll protect you. They're not going to take you. And Jesus told him, get behind me, Satan, because he knew that was the path God laid in front of him. But, the night they come to take Jesus, Malchus chops off his ear, right? Well, it never goes on to say, was Malchus converted? How did that affect him? That's all it says. But I wonder if Jesus didn't do that instead for Peter. Put his ear back on, make him well, so Peter wasn't hauled off to prison at a time where Peter may then have denied Christ or may not have been able to stand it, because he did deny Christ 3 times. Jesus said, before the cock crows, Peter, you're going to deny me 3 times, but I have prayed for you that your faith remains. And when your return, strengthen your brethren. And you might think, well, that was Peter. Jesus prayed, for Peter, his apostle. But no, now we have a great high priest that sits at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, making intercession for us constantly. Can we have anything more than the Son of God sitting at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, making intercession for us? That's wonderful. And that hopefully gives you strength to know that the Son of God is interceding, that our faith fails not. So I hope that encourages you. It encourages me. I love you all and hope to talk to you soon. I want to try do more videos. Like I already said, I have a thought. I don't do them because I think, oh, look at me. But I'm changing that. When I have a thought, I'm going to do a video. Okay. Love y'all. Talk to you soon.
I can't see if you can see what I'm seeing. I mean, everywhere you look, it is loaded down with pecans. I mean, this has just never happened in the 5 years that I've lived here. Like,